She has a bone, and she's just like, She just thinks it's wonderful.
Coming up on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills after show.
You're such a bitch.
Excuse me? She called me a bitch.
Bye, bitch. I'm leaving your hot dog party.
If the man wants a divorce, we're getting a divorce. If you turned around to me tomorrow and said, I want to come back home, I don't think I could accept that.
I think that they really are done.
She called her husband an alcoholic minute one.
They're just as bad as me with the photos. This looks like a shrine.
When we were at her house, there were pictures of Kyle and Mauricio all over. I took it down and I put it in a drawer.
You did? Stop being Dorit's spokesperson.
Garcelle's accused of that all the time with Sutton.
Did you not say that she hasn't been welcoming to you?
She was trying to put you in the hot seat.
Well, she can't.
The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills after show starts right now. I don't feel like I've reached a place where I know PK's not in my future. At the same time, if you turned around to me tomorrow and said, Dorit, I made a terrible mistake. I want to be, I want to come back home. Let's have a go at this. We belong together, blah, 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 blah. I don't think I could accept that.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to go a step further. I know I couldn't.
Without some work.
Exactly.
I think that they really are done, and I get that only from what Dorit has said to me.
Kyle, listen, if the man wants a divorce, we're getting a divorce.
I guess it surprises me because, I always saw them as a couple that were codependent on each other, really, and loved each other so much. It's also making me think, wow, Mo and I are so far behind. Just a completely different separation going on here.
I don't get the feeling that PK and Dorit are gonna get back together. It's a shame because of the kids, but I don't get that feeling where with Mo and Kyle, there's sort of a gray area.
I feel like the PK-Dorit marriage was over before it was over, and it's not over, they're just separated. But I feel like, sometimes where you'll break up with somebody, but in your mind you've broken up with them like half a year earlier, and so, it's all, the only thing left is the walk out the door situation. I think because Dorit puts on a good face, I feel like with Dorit, when you're with Dorit, yes, obviously she's going through a horrific thing, and you say with the 2 young children, but she doesn't show it. But the reality of it was when he had lunch with her, and then I saw that there truly was a divide.
We're talking like 5 times a day.
I know, but we're not going to.
I think once you've separated, it's kind of an irrevocable thing. It's all over but the shouting.
She called her husband an alcoholic minute one.
He's a full-blown alcoholic.
I was surprised that he was surprised that she's saying that about him.
It's so mean, and I don't even like PK. And I was like, PK, call me. I'll stand up for you.
Send me some funny
She didn't say
memes.
you couldn't text me. I don't even like you. We'll send memes about how we don't like each other. But truly,
Well,
it was the meanest thing I've ever seen anybody do to anyone on this show.
Yeah, I was really shocked
Dorit
about
to
that.
PK, I didn't like
the father of her children.
Do you know how many times I've wanted to be mean about Christian? Oh, not because I want to, just because it could be, there could be something like that felt really good about it,
I think she felt like
I would
she
never
had
do
to
that.
set him up that way so that it's a little easier for her.
To explain, why I had to get
explain,
out of this.
right.
That bothers me.
PK is not happy about being labeled an
No, he's
alcoholic.
not.
That wasn't in the
I
deal.
was surprised.
Yeah,
I was surprised that-
They really sort of,
Yeah.
diverged in that
I agree.
recounting of why their marriage fell apart.
This does not seem like somebody who was home crying about wanting to be back with her husband. So I think that she seems very strong and solid in this decision, even if it was PK who was prompting it. And I don't see them back together now.
Boz, I feel that I have come a long way since the beginning.
Girl,
I really
you
do.
really have.
I really
can
feel
see it.
Yeah.
Whatever it is that you feel, it's like being honest to yourself
Yes.
is the most important thing.
Yes.
Not to any of us.
Yes. And I've committed to that. And
Yeah.
that's what's allowed me to feel stronger, more capable, I feel like things are getting clearer and clearer and clearer. We're kind of going through things, finding our feet in how to navigate a separation publicly, raising and co-parenting our children. So we haven't gone into that place where we're actually doing the work, and I don't know if we ever will.
It was such a sabotage. I'm like, what are you doing? I am here. I am being nice. I waited 30 minutes for you while God knows what you were doing upstairs. Did you get this one? This one? So I'm like, really? She's trying to steal my mini Kelly. You give me a drink from your tiki bar thing. Watermelon mint, something, something, something.
It was actually delicious.
Why are you picking on me?
Didn't you ask Sutton what she's drinking?
Yeah.
And you asked, is there alcohol in it? I mean,
Audrey, shut up. I'm gonna go. First of all, it's 4th of July, so, yes, ma'am. It's Friday afternoon. Have you heard of Friday?
Yeah.
Have you heard of you're drinking vodka and you're Coca-Cola, girl. What do you mean? I was not having it. I'm like, if you're gonna do this bull, I'm leaving.
To me, it was so obvious she was looking for a reason to leave.
I'm glad I could come. Can I leave now?
Garcelle had even said Sutton really did not want to come.
I wanted to just sleep in, watch movies. But instead, I went to her hot dog party.
And you called her a bitch right away.
You're such a bitch.
Excuse me?
Well, that was a bitchy thing to say.
Right.
What I had said was not designed to hurt her, to, spread this lie about her.
The comment was definitely intentional on Dorit's part. Dorit knows that is a trigger for Sutton.
I made this joke, I said it a comment in jest.
Dorit isn't funny.
No, that's not, no.
Even Denise didn't think so.
Where I think
Hold
your
on a second.
jacket is upside down.
No, stop it. I don't give a flying ass about a jacket.
Okay. Do not try to be funny with me, because we're not being funny right now, Dorit. What am I gonna say? Your weave looks really good, Dorit.
Damn. Okay,
Would that have been funny?
Look, and I apologize if this hurts, but you know what an alcoholic looks like. You are up close and personal.
Yep.
If you thought that Sutton was an alcoholic, you would say that. You are the very last person who she should get upset about making a joke like that.
It's just a jab.
Yes.
I might get the duty nails away from me. Do not jab me again. And you've been jabbing at me for years.
Sutton is a drinker. I would not be surprised if she pours a little vodka in her coffee in the morning.
So, bye, bitch. I'm leaving your hot dog party with the watermelon slide. I'm out of here. Bye. Bye, bitch. Bye.
What is happening?
That was a hair flip.
A hair flip, because she has so much more hair now.
Garcelle has made comments.
Is there vodka in your coffee?
No.
But yet, if I say something, it's just the end of the world. There's such a double standard, and that's what makes it even more infuriating.
To perpetuate this myth is so wrong. Dorit will not let the mouse go. She has a bone, and she's just like, she just thinks it's wonderful.
What is she doing?
She licks it. She goes and buries it, and then she pulls it back up. She blows it off, and then she gets back on there. She's like, this bone is still good. But because you know why?
I know.
She's being a bitch.
I already know from last year. All I said was I wasn't sure if she was drinking or not. With the whole name 'em. What you did was ridiculous.
Name 'em.
Not having.
Name 'em.
Well, be quiet. So
Name
let me
'em.
talk, Jesus. And I wasn't even implying anything. I just didn't understand why she was acting like that. And I know she's super sensitive about that, so I don't talk like that now. Dorit knows that too.
It makes me speechless. I love you.
Well, I
and-
love you too, Sutton.
We love you, Reba.
Golly, to hear that for the first time from somebody is like really wild. I think maybe this is why men don't stick around, because I'm like, I love you. I just want to hear it so badly.
I would say that.
To wait 53 years to hear your mother say it, I mean, it's like, It's kind of crazy. It's wild.
And I think she's happy she said it, too.
I don't know about that, but
It was so hard for Reba to say it, even though she feels it. And I'm sure she wishes she could say it more. She definitely loves her daughter.
I don't need to hear it every day. Like, Reba, do not be calling me every day saying, I love you, and then hang up. Just don't do that. You know, my kids are getting older. She's getting older. And, you know, I don't have a husband. This is when I want my mother to tell me, I love you. It was missing in my life, I guess, maybe. My mother once told me, you're a better mother than I am. I don't know if that's true, but I am much more forthcoming with telling them I love you, and they say it back to me. I think it's important to get comfortable with saying the words I love you with someone that you truly love, because it's meaningful every single time you say it. So my children, I think I've given them that gift.
And how are things with Reba today?
My birthday's in September with Jennifer, and my mother called me, and at the end of the conversation, she told me she loved me. I was like, I think it snowed that day. No, but, you know, and she hasn't said it since. So I've heard it twice now in my life, which is really nice. And to hear it on your birthday is phenomenal, fantastic. It makes you feel really good. It makes you feel loved, and it makes you feel safe. Like 2 days after my birthday, the hurricane hit Augusta. What if she hadn't said it and that my tree in the backyard of my house fell and hit both of her cars? It could have easily hit her house. And God forbid, you know, truly. So we are very close now, and she's lost to this other man in her life.
Jim.
We can talk about it. And now she even told me, she said, you know, when I was home for Thanksgiving, she said, Sutton, I'm lonely.
Oh, and that's so unlike Reba to say something
And
like that.
And I'm sad. And I was like, wow. She's now sharing, not only has she said, I love you twice, but she's sharing her real feelings with me. My relationship with my mother, probably the best thing that's happened in 6 years to me. And I need for her to live a happy life. And I want to be there for her as a daughter. So, you know, thank you. Thank you. That trip has changed my relationship with my mother and subsequently changed my life.
Amazing.
That's amazing.
Okay.
What are the chances that the three of us have
weirdness?
Yeah, well,
not weirdness. We're
not
normal.
weirdness,
Forget.
but just
Yes.
just the parental
Yes.
stuff, right? I never asked you. Did you ever want to be a mom?
Never.
Wow.
Because, you know what?
I mean, she was like this. Never.
Girl. No, honestly, I never.
She said,
no.
never.
You know what? We had like such not a very good childhood. And, you know, everyone's like, I'll be the perfect mom. I won't make the same mistakes my mother did. But I had a feeling that I would. So I felt like, well, got to break the chain. Yes.
I've never heard anybody say that. You're amazing.
Well, I don't know.
That you can actually say, I don't know if I would have been better.
No, I don't think so. I mean, hopefully I would be better. But, I never really wanted children. And now my sister had a bunch, so I have nieces and nephews. Good. And, you know, so that's really nice.
James.
Yeah.
And you can mother in so many other ways than just having babies that come out of you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wow.